Hello everyone, I'm going to show you how we can automate one of the most common green screen applications. That's order entry, one probably everybody is familiar with. Let me just start by showing you a little bit of the application itself. So if I'm a user on the iSeries, I would either type sales menu, or it would be my initial menu. Then I would type option 1, I'm going to create a sales order, then I would enter the customer number, in this case it's 041. Okay, so that's the application to come back with the invoice address. I need to type in the delivery address, UTI 400, Bolton, and the date of the order down here, 25/10/17, and the delivery date, iKeyer 17. Press enter. I can then enter some delivery instructions. Please deliver quickly. And then I'll enter all the items that I'm going to put on the order. Okay, this is the process that we're actually going to automate. So if I just come out of that, to automate this, you create within iKeyer what we call a script. Now normally a script would read a file. In this case, it's going to read a file called Purchase Order X in Library iRoute Demo, a flat file on the iSeries. Just to give you a quick look at what that file looks like, if I do a quick query on it. Okay, so you see this is a flat file. Okay, we in this case put all the header fields on every row on the file. You don't need to do that. iKeyer can read multiple files, so you can process a header file with the order header fields on, and then go and read the order lines from a separate file for the matching details. So you see I've got here the items I'm going to buy, the quantities and the prices. So let me show you quickly what a script actually looks like to do the processing of this task. If I go into the product, I'm going to option 6, work with scripts, and if I position to one called new order. Now as you can see in this case we've created our scripts in text files on the iSeries. That means you can use SCU to edit it quite easily, or you can use any other text editor that you wish to do so. Any text file will do. So this is now what a script looks like. Okay, now the first line is telling iKeyer to sign on with a profile name. So within iKeyer you've created a profile. In there it's got your user profile name you want to use and the password. Then I've defined the file name I'm going to use, iRoute Demo / Purchase Order X. I've also created a log file, an audit log. I'm not going to take much too many details about it. Basically I'm telling you what to log to the key of the file is going to log. Now this is quite interesting. This is when you log on to the iSeries green screen, you'll normally get a screen that says something like, display program messages or a couple of other information screens before you actually get where you want to do. So what this is saying is if screen on line 1 position 39 does not say main, I'm trying to get to the main menu, then press enter and go back to screen owner. So a little loop that's going round. Then after that, this is where it's doing what I've done before. So it's set screen, line 20, position 7, sales menu. So that puts sales menu into the screen buffer, and then it presses enter. And then I've put option 1 into the menu and pressed enter. Then I've read the record from the file, and this is where I've started putting the fields into the file now. So that's pretty straightforward for the header information. If I go down here, the detailed information, as it reads the records from the file, I've created a count, so it's adding one for the count every time it reads the record. So I'm saying to fill the subfile, i.e. for all the line details, instead if count equals 1, basically put the product quantity unit price onto line 10. If it's equal to 2, put it onto line 11, equal to 3, line 12, etc. See, I've said file data, the field names, says that field names come from the file. Comma 4 means that it's going to edit the information when it puts it onto the screen. Put a full stop in it and a minus sign if necessary. That's a very quick look at what the script would look like. Okay, if I want to run that script now, I can run it with a command. So you can put it into your own programs, post-processing from iRoute or any other upload tool. So my file is called logic, and it's in a library called UTIEM demo. And the member I'm going to run is that one I've just shown you, new order. So that's going to read the file and key the details into the script. If I get it right, UTI, if I spelled UTIEM demo right, just proves it's got a bit of validation in the product. Okay, so you see that's keyed that in pretty quickly. In like a second, it's keyed the order into the machine. Return code 00 is what you always want to see. So that means one record processed okay. That actually means one order has been processed okay. So if you ever find any errors in your script, whatever process calls it needs to check the return to make sure everything's okay. That data is also put into a data area QTemp, so you can recover it from there as well. Now within iKeyer you can replay exactly what the scripts have done. So if I go into history, number 4, see that's the one I've just run there, 1524, 25th and the 10th. If I just show you what happens. So basically this is showing me the screens that were displayed now. So what I talked about before, it's got previous sign-on screen. Then when I press enter, it tells me up at the top what action happened. So when that screen was displayed, iKeyer pressed enter. It got to the main menu, so it's happy with that. Then we keyed in sales menu like I did manually and pressed enter. Got to this menu, typed in option 1, pressed enter. Got to the customer number, keyed in 041. Keyed in the delivery address from the file, keyed in the dates and the order reference from the file. Got to this stage here, keyed in the instructions between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock, which just came through on the XML document. And now I've got to the subfile, press enter, and it's gone around that little loop with 9 records from the file. Line 1 there, line 2, line 3. My application now, when I press enter, it goes to the file and validates them obviously and puts the text back in there so the user can verify what the descriptions are normally. Obviously in an automated world that doesn't really matter too much. Then I press enter and it says now the key presses F8, i.e. the application wants me to press F8 to confirm. Sorry, I pressed F8 on the screen by keyboard. I pressed enter. So now I get a completion screen. I get the script, press F8, went back to the menu, back to the command line, typed sign off, and that's the end of the script. So it's logged on, run the script and keyed in order. So from the minute an XML order arrives, upload to the iSeries, keyed into your ERP system, normally takes about 2 or 3 seconds in total. Now, whilst I believe it's quite important to learn the scripting language that I showed you on there, it's not really necessary. You can get the product to do it for you to more or less extent. You can do it completely actually. If I just quickly show you what I mean. If I take option 5 here, capture session, generate a script. What I'm going to do now, first of all it tells me which file and library I'm going to put my text into, my script text into. I just need to give it a member name, so I'd call this demo 171025. So it's going to, as I generate the script, it's going to write it into there. Now when I sign on with my own username and password, it's looked through the iKeyer list of profiles, see which one's got Steve against it, so it's put that into the script. Now as I'm typing these things in to get to where I want to do, it's remembering what I've typed where and generated the script statements to do it. Okay, so I've typed in 041. I'm not going to go through the whole process, just show you what I mean. So if I say my delivery address is utilities 400, Bolton, England. Put my order date down here again like I did before, 25/10/17. My delivery date 10/11/17. Order reference is Steve. So okay, now I get to instruction 1, deliver ASAP. Okay, I'm not going to type loads of products in there, but you see that's what I mean. So if I do F3 now, come out of the application, come out and sign off, then I press F17, which takes me out of generate script mode, and now it shows you the script that it has generated here. Okay, so it says sign on. Okay, so my profile within iKeyer has got allocation for me. Come around that loop, and it's typed in what I keyed in on the screen. So you've got all the screen coordinates right, and all you need to do is go back and put the file statement in and change those to the field names from the file. Although you can automate that as well if you want to, with a little bit more work up front. So you can get it to either do the lion's share of the work, or with a bit more work up front, it will do all the work for you. Back over to Andy.